What's going on, guys? Hope you're doing well. Long time no see. Been very busy. Work and no play. So just going to try and get a few videos out. So today we are doing Elvis and the Black Community. So let's get on with it. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share. Hit that notification bell. Let's do it.
I thought he was a very beautiful, and still is, a very beautiful person, and his memory shall probably forever live on. Well, you ain't nothing but a rabbit. You ain't no friend.
So let's remember this performance of Hound Dog. I think it was a Dorsey Brothers show. This absolutely caused outrage. Now we're going to listen to some, just, well, racism now.
There is no room in this city for the vulgar performances of Elvis Presley.
It's shocking. I watched him gyrate his legs and swivel his hips. And our parent-teachers group feels he should...
These people must have felt so stupid. You know, Elvis Presley doing what he done on that stage was actually showing them that let's knock this out the window now. Absolutely terrible. You imagine doing this nowadays, these people would be, well, be hung, drawn and quartered.
not be on television.
We've set up a 20-man committee to...
And this bloke, well, yeah.
do away with this vulgar, animalistic, nigger rock and roll bob. Our committee will check with restaurant owners and the cafes to see what Presley records is on their machines, and then ask them to do away with them.
You've learned anything from the criticism leveled at you?
No, I haven't.
You haven't, huh?
Because I don't feel I'm doing anything wrong.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Rock.
Well, hopefully this rock and roll, this DJ went. But rock and roll's got to go. I don't think so, mate. Rock and roll is here to stay.
Rock and roll has got to go. And go it does at KWK. We're all through playing rock and roll records. This week is record-breaking week here at KWK. And after this week, no more rock and roll will be played on the air.
The obscenity and vulgarity of the rock and roll music is obviously a means by which the white man and his children can be driven to the level with a nigger. It is obviously nigger music.
Everybody mostly turned him down. And because first thing he had Negroes' ways. This is what they didn't really at that time. It was they didn't want to accept.
By black performers.
Stevie Wonder there. We're doing some stuff with Stevie Wonder soon, I think. But wow. Well, don't know what year this was. He done this interview, but probably got to be late 70s, I would have thought, early 80s. Wow, look at Stevie Wonder.
And he, in essence, because of at that particular time, the kind of backwards mental capability that many people had, as judging a person because of the color of their skin, as somewhat still does exist. But back then it was worse, and he actually, because of him being a Caucasian brother, he was able to do away with that whole thing.
The 77-year-old Early Wright, a disc jockey at radio station WROX in Clarksdale for 45 years.
Hi there. Pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How do you do? This is your soul man to be with you until I get through. I want you to stand by, don't have no fear. Following Jay's show, should I play one like this one from out of here? Elvis Presley.
Elvis's songs still get good play on Wright's program among the blues, gospel, and jazz recordings that are its staples. It was almost 40 years ago when Elvis drove down to Clarksdale from Memphis with a record and asked him to play it.
And I had been playing his record, and I had never seen him before, and I was amazed to see him. When he introduced himself to being Elvis Presley, then I went all the pieces over. Then he and I started talking. I used to be the manager of a gospel group called the 4-Star Quartet. And I could listen to a man sing a hymn. I could listen to a man sometime talk. I did that. And I could pick him out whether he could fit in my group. And talking to Elvis Presley, I could see a great future in him.
It's no accident that Wright recognized Elvis's strong gospel roots. Here at the East Trigg Baptist Church in Memphis, older members of the congregation remember Elvis joining in with the choir while in high school. These were rousing sessions led by the charismatic pastor, the Reverend W. Herbert Brewster.
Like most black people in the South, and to whose throat God has pressed down a harp of 1,000 strings, it only needed tuning. Elvis's voice was that type of voice that agreed with the thought of Calvary. He had that kind of bent and inclination and attitude that suggested that God could use him. I gave the music a different approach, a new beat. I knew that it wasn't going to hurt if I said, "Miss Jesus, bear the cross alone," whether I said with 1 beat, 2 beat, whether I said it high or low. And I told him, "Come on in here and put your stuff together."
The appreciation of these people to Elvis was just absolutely phenomenal. You know, they absolutely looked up to him for what he'd done for them, for their community. And again, it just goes to show the sort of person Elvis was. You know, he'd go into cinemas, segregated back in them days, and he would go into the black areas and things like that. You know, it wasn't a racial bone in his body. You get a lot of these people who say he was one of the most racist people on the planet. Well, how could you be? You've got black background singers. You know, he was just the most humblest person who ever walked the planet, really. We need more people like him nowadays.
They came in here, and it was a glorious experience, and Elvis was in that group.
Elvis came out with a style of his own, and it was very creative. And once he got into it, and you got that feel, Elvis just took off like a late plane. And with Elvis doing this kind of music, gave an injection to black music that no other artist had ever done.
It was like an earthquake in my neighborhood. The whole place was shaking when he came on. And I said, how did a person possess that kind of power? That it even comes off the TV and grabbed me in this ghetto neighborhood.
Elvis took my Tutti Frutti, and I was very disgusted. But by him singing it, he really made it bigger and made me bigger.
During those days, if it was a white artist doing something, they would just say, they don't like our blacks and we don't like them either. He's nothing but a copycat. But he outexpressed me when he came on. He was screaming and going crazy, and it was like in any other neighborhood. And I said, this guy's got something. Come on.
Elvis had something that made him sound like he truly meant it. And that's what made a lot of people like myself like it.
I think Elvis had lots of soul. He appealed to black people. Everybody had to have soul in order to do that.
Like there's ever been an artist that when his name went on the marquee, they knew he was coming. People came from all over the world. I never heard of that.
Elvis did a lot of stuff that, rappers do these days.
He had the bling. You gotta have the bling when you're from Memphis.
He had the bling, he had a Cadillac, he had like a gangster, As the snow flies on a cold.
Right, that's it for now, guys. Part 2 will be coming soon. Hope you're all doing well and had a lovely week. Friday is here tomorrow. Yes. Be doing some more recording in the daytime tomorrow. Got a few other bits and pieces I want to be doing. I've had a few requests come in, so hopefully we'll get them done tomorrow. And part 2 will be coming soon. Take care. Adios for now.